library was old, its air thick with the scent of dust and aged paper. Sarah, a college student, had been coming to this small, dimly lit building for weeks, working on her thesis. The librarian, a wiry woman with eyes like polished stones, always watched her from behind the counter, her gaze lingering a little too long. Sarah ignored it. She was used to odd people in quiet places. But tonight, the library felt different. The silence was heavier, the shadows sharper. Sarah needed a specific book, an obscure text on folklore her professor had mentioned. She found it on a shelf in the far corner, tucked between crumbling volumes. Its cover was plain, black leather, no title, just a faint embossed symbol that looked like an eye. She opened it, expecting dense academic text, but the pages were blank. Every single one. Frowning, she checked the spine again. No title, no author. Strange, but she was too tired to care. She took it to the counter. The librarian's smile was thin. "This one's special," she said, her voice low. "It reads you." Sarah chuckled, assuming it was a joke, and signed the book out. The librarian's eyes followed her to the door. At home, Sarah set the book on her desk. She didn't open it right away. She had other assignments to finish. But as she worked, she felt a prickle on her neck, like someone was watching. Her apartment was empty, the windows dark. Shaking it off, she went to bed. That night, she dreamed of the book. Its pages weren't blank anymore. They were filled with words in her handwriting, detailing things she'd never told anyone. Her fears, her regrets, the time she lied to her best friend in high school and never apologized. She woke up sweating, the dream too vivid, too real. She glanced at the book on her desk. It was closed, exactly where she'd left it. The next day, she opened it. The pages were still blank, but now there was a faint ink smudge on the first page, shaped vaguely like a fingerprint. Hers? She couldn't remember touching it with inky hands. She tried to wipe it off, but it wouldn't budge. Uneasy, she closed the book and went to class. Over the next few days, the book seemed to shift. She'd find it open when she was sure she'd closed it. Pages would be creased, as if someone had been flipping through them. Once, she found it on her bed, though she distinctly remembered leaving it in her bag. Each night, her dreams grew worse. The book's pages now described things she hadn't done yet. Conversations she'd have tomorrow, mistakes she'd make. In one dream, she saw herself screaming, the book open in front of her, its pages dripping red. By the fourth day, Sarah was exhausted. She hadn't slept properly, and the prickle of being watched never left her. She decided to return the book. At the library, the librarian was waiting, her smile wider than before. "Did it read you well?" she asked. Sarah didn't answer. She shoved the book across the counter and left, her heart pounding. Back home, she felt lighter. The oppressive weight was gone. But that night, as she sat at her desk, she froze. There, in the corner of the room, was the book. Same black cover, same eye symbol. She hadn't brought it back. She'd left it at the library. Her hands shook as she opened it. The pages were no longer blank. They were filled with her handwriting. But it wasn't just her past or future anymore. It was her thoughts, her fears, her secrets, written in real time as she read. "You're scared," one line read. "You should be." She slammed it shut and threw it into a drawer, locking it. But the next morning, it was on her desk again. The dreams didn't stop. They grew darker, showing her things she couldn't unsee. Her life unraveling, her friends turning away, her own face staring back from the pages, eyes hollow. Each time she opened the book, the text was longer, more intimate, as if it knew her better than she knew herself. Desperate, Sarah tried to destroy it. She tore at the pages, but they wouldn't rip. She threw it into a fire, but it emerged unburned. She buried it in her backyard, but it was on her desk by morning, open to a new page. You can't escape what knows you. On the seventh night, Sarah didn't sleep. She sat staring at the book, too afraid to touch it. The air in her apartment felt wrong, like it was pressing against her skin. Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "Return it." She blocked the number, but another text came through. "It's not done reading you." She drove to the library at dawn, the book in her passenger seat. The building was dark, the door locked. A sign read, "Closed for renovation." But through the window, she saw the librarian, standing motionless, staring at her. Sarah dropped the book on the steps and ran. She never went back. She moved apartments, changed her number, avoided libraries. But sometimes, late at night, she'd feel that prickle again. She'd check her desk, her shelves, her bag, terrified she'd find it. So